Chosen one. Listen closely because what I'm about to tell you is not just a message, it's a divine alert. The title you clicked on wasn't random. God said, I told you this was coming. And if you're hearing this right now, it means heaven has aligned your spirit with this exact moment. Something bigger, far bigger than you realize, is already unfolding around you. There is movement in the unseen, shifts in the spiritual atmosphere, and God is urging you to stay awake, stay ready, and stay aligned. This is not a typical message. This is a warning, a confirmation, and a prophetic push all at once. You've been sensing it: the pressure, the restlessness, the sudden disruptions, the strange peace in the middle of chaos. These aren't coincidences. These are divine indicators that what God told you long ago is now stepping into your reality. You are transitioning from waiting to receiving, from preparing to walking in it, from being overlooked to being elevated. But hear me, you must be ready. When God moves, he moves quickly. And the chosen always feel the shift before the world sees the evidence. That's why you've been feeling out of place, detached from people, and drawn deeper into silence. Because God has been separating you for what is coming next. Before we go deeper into this powerful revelation, pause for a moment and do three things. Hit that like button to stay connected to this prophetic flow. Subscribe so you don't miss what God reveals next as we approach 97,000 chosen ones together. And comment the number 99, not as superstition, but as a declaration of agreement. That number symbolizes completion, divine order, and readiness. It signals to heaven that you're aligned with this word. And listen carefully. Only the true chosen ones will watch until the end. Some will click off because their spirit isn't prepared to handle the truth God is about to reveal. But those who stay, those who feel this pulling in their chest, this unexplainable knowing, your life is about to shift in ways that will shock you and everyone connected to you. Now, let's go deeper into what God said. There is no coincidence in your life right now. Every challenge, delay, and moment of frustration was not random. It was God's preparation, a divine warning and a rehearsal for the season you are stepping into. Think of the times you felt uneasy, moments when the universe seemed to whisper caution. This was God guiding you, shaping you, and readying your spirit for what is now arriving. The prophecy he spoke over your life is no longer distant. It's moving into your reality. God is reminding you of his faithfulness and foresight. Every lesson you've learned, every trial you endured, and every moment you felt alone has been aligning you to recognize his timing. Like a sculptor chiseling a masterpiece, he has been shaping your heart, mind, and spirit so that you can walk into your destiny fully prepared. Now is the moment to awaken to his voice, to see clearly the invisible currents moving in your favor, and to stand firm in the certainty that what he promised is emerging. Your journey has not been in vain. Look back for a moment and see the signs that were always there. The doors that opened subtly, the opportunities that arrived disguised as obstacles. God is speaking. I warned you. I prepared you. Now step into it with courage and unwavering faith. This is your confirmation. Your spiritual awakening is no longer ahead. It has begun. The spiritual realm is alive and it's moving in ways beyond human comprehension. Forces both seen and unseen are converging, and you are at the center of a divine shift. This is more than a personal season. It is a global and cosmic alignment that affects the very fabric of your life. Imagine the winds of change sweeping through unseen channels, doors opening for you that others cannot perceive, and opportunities arriving with a speed and intensity that only divine orchestration could create. God is orchestrating events behind the scenes that will manifest in your life in ways you've only imagined. The hidden realm is responding to your prayers, your faith, and your obedience. Angels are mobilized, divine strategies are unfolding, and spiritual energy is intensifying. What once felt delayed, blocked, or impossible is now entering your reality with unstoppable momentum. Be vigilant and ready. God is calling you to watch, to discern, and to position yourself for this unfolding. You must remain spiritually awake, for what is coming is monumental. The unseen is moving to work in your favor. But your awareness, obedience, and readiness will determine the measure of blessings you will receive. Remember those warnings you felt in your heart? Those quiet whispers of caution in moments of decision. God is now saying, I told you this was coming. Now it is here. The season you are in is not coincidental. It is a fulfillment of divine foresight. Every delay, setback, or challenge has been purposeful. The trials were not meant to break you, but to prepare you for the magnitude of what is arriving. Divine timing is perfect, even when it doesn't align with your expectations. What seemed like waiting was actually refining. Like a farmer who plants seeds and patiently waits for the harvest, God's timing ensures that everything unfolds at the exact moment for maximum impact. Your breakthrough, blessing, and manifestation are approaching, and the warning is clear. You must stay alert. Open your eyes to see the signs. God is moving to expose what was hidden, to illuminate what was unclear, and to bring clarity to your purpose. The spiritual tides are shifting rapidly, and only those who are prepared, discerning, and faithful will experience the fullness of this moment. This is your wake-up call. God's promises are not just coming, they are here. A hidden shift is happening right now, a spiritual pivot that most will not see, but you are being called to recognize. God has been preparing you for this precise moment through trials, lessons, and divine interruptions. What seemed like chaos was actually his method of aligning you with his plan. Suddenly, situations will change. People will reveal their true intentions, and opportunities will appear as if from nowhere. Every spiritual gift you've cultivated, every lesson you've endured, and every prayer you've whispered in faith is being activated. This is the time when hidden potential will manifest and divine favor will move in ways that defy logic. The world may not see it, but God is orchestrating a symphony behind the scenes, ensuring your life aligns with your divine purpose. Be ready to step into this shift. Do not ignore the subtle nudges, the dreams, and the visions God sends. They are not coincidences. They are invitations to participate in the unfolding of his plan. What you've been waiting for is arriving, and this is the season to embrace it fully, courageously, and with unwavering faith. There are truths around you that have been hidden for a reason until now. God is pulling back the veil, revealing motives, intentions, and spiritual dynamics that were previously invisible. People, situations, and circumstances will begin to show their true colors. Some will align with your path, while others will drift away unable to keep pace with your destiny. This is not a season to judge, but to discern. Spiritual clarity will sharpen your ability to see what truly belongs to your purpose and what must be left behind. Like light-piercing darkness, God's revelation is designed to prepare you for what's next. The awareness you gain now will prevent detours and delays and protect your heart from unnecessary pain. Trust the process even when it's uncomfortable. The unveiling may reveal betrayal, hidden agendas, or uncomfortable truths, but it is all necessary. Divine truth is liberating even when it challenges your perceptions. God is saying, embrace it, align with it, and let it guide you toward your promised destiny. The awakening you've been waiting for is no longer a future promise. It is happening now. You may feel a heightened sense of awareness, sudden clarity, or inexplicable urgency. These are signs that your spirit is aligning with God's higher frequency, and the energy around you is shifting to match your purpose. This awakening may be accompanied by challenges, as rising spiritual energy often triggers resistance from forces that do not want you to advance. You may encounter unexpected tests, distractions, or conflicts, but these are not setbacks. They are divine pressure shaping you for a greater purpose and awakening strength you never knew you had. Embrace the change with courage. Your intuition is sharpening. Your prayers are powerful, and your connection to God is becoming undeniable. This is your time to rise, to claim your spiritual authority, and to step fully into the life God has ordained for you. The awakening is real, and it will not wait for anyone. It is calling you forward. Every encounter, delay, and breakthrough is intentional. Nothing is happening by chance. God's hand is moving to align every detail of your life with your destiny. The people you meet, the doors that open, and even the obstacles you face are orchestrated to position you for a higher purpose. Think of your life as a puzzle, and now God is placing the pieces into perfect alignment. The coincidences you've witnessed were actually divine signals, and the synchronicities you experience now are confirmations that you are on the right path. Every event is part of a larger design, a tapestry woven by God with precision and care. Pay attention to the patterns, the signs, and the nudges. Divine alignment will reveal itself in ways that feel miraculous and undeniable. Your responsibility is to recognize it, embrace it, and move with faith. God's intervention is here, and it will propel you forward into your next level. Every spiritual breakthrough comes with a battle. The closer you get to your destiny, the stronger the resistance becomes. This is a spiritual principle. Light intensifies darkness, and blessing invites opposition. The challenges you face now are indicators that your breakthrough is imminent. God is equipping you with weapons of discernment, patience, and faith. The spiritual opposition you encounter is temporary and designed to sharpen you, not defeat you. Think of it as the refining fire that purifies gold. The heat is intense, but the result is priceless. Your strength, resilience, and obedience will determine the magnitude of the victory waiting for you. Do not grow weary. Stand firm, for your efforts, prayers, and sacrifices are not in vain. The breakthrough you've long awaited is at the door. The battle may be fierce, but the victory is certain, and your faith is your shield. Not everyone in your life is aligned with your destiny. Some people may bring confusion, distraction, or harm without even realizing it. God is calling you to guard your spirit, to protect your energy, and to discern who and what belongs in your life. During this critical season, spiritual discernment is key. Trust the quiet warnings, the feelings of discomfort, and the signs that something isn't right. God often speaks softly, and your ability to hear Him will determine your safety, growth, and progress. Boundaries are not selfish. They are necessary for spiritual health and divine alignment. Release what no longer serves you. Let go of toxic relationships, draining environments, and limiting beliefs. Protect your heart and your purpose fiercely. Your destiny cannot thrive in chaos, and God is creating a sacred space for your spiritual breakthrough. God is initiating a divine separation in your life. What no longer belongs to your journey, old habits, outdated relationships, toxic environments, is being removed to make way for the blessings and assignments that are meant for you. This separation is not rejection. It is refinement. God is clearing the clutter so your purpose can shine without obstruction. At times, this separation may feel painful or unsettling. Friends may drift away. Doors you expected to open may close, and familiar comforts may be stripped from your life. But take heart. Every loss is intentional. Like a gardener pruning a tree to produce sweeter fruit, God is removing what will hinder your growth so that what remains will flourish. Embrace the process with faith. Resist the temptation to cling to what is falling away. God is orchestrating these changes with perfect timing, and the space being created will allow new opportunities, divine encounters, and blessings to enter your life. Trust that everything removed was never meant to go with you, and everything that remains is divinely appointed. For too long, you may have overlooked the subtle signs God placed in your life. Repeated coincidences, gut feelings, dreams, or small nudges may have seemed unimportant, but today they are amplified. God is saying, pay attention. Chosen one. The messages you once ignored are now undeniable. These signs are confirmations that you are on the right path. Warnings that require immediate attention and guidance for decisions that will shape your destiny. If you remain attentive, you will notice patterns, repeated confirmations, and moments of divine clarity that cannot be dismissed. God often works in whispers, but now he is speaking in a voice loud enough to awaken your spirit fully. Awaken your awareness, observe, reflect, and respond. The clarity you receive now will protect you from delays, deception, and distraction. These signs are proof that your spiritual awakening is accelerating and your alignment with God's plan is intensifying. Listen, discern, and act on the messages he is sending. The time for waiting is over. Your destiny is activating, and the next phase of your life will move with sudden and unexpected momentum. Events that once seemed delayed or improbable will now unfold quickly. Doors will open without warning. Opportunities will arise, and people aligned with your purpose will come into your life. These shifts may feel abrupt, disorienting, or even overwhelming, but they are divinely orchestrated like a river breaking through a dam. The flow of God's purpose in your life is unstoppable. What you once thought was impossible is now possible. What you once prayed for in silence is being brought into reality. Prepare yourself spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. Release fear, hesitation, and doubt. Position yourself to receive with gratitude, faith, and courage. These shifts of the divine hand of God, moving to fulfill his promises in your life. Your readiness will determine the magnitude of the blessings that flow toward you. Discernment is not optional. It is essential. God is sending you into a season filled with opportunity, but also with deception, distraction, and spiritual warfare. Not everything or everyone around you has pure intentions. Your ability to discern truth from illusion, alignment from misalignment, will be your strongest defense. This is a time to listen closely to your inner voice. Reflect on God's word and weigh situations carefully. Trust your gut feelings, recognize patterns, and pay attention to repeated confirmations. Spiritual wisdom is not gained overnight. It is sharpened through prayer, experience, and awareness. Your discernment will protect you from unnecessary setbacks, manipulation, and emotional drain. It is your spiritual armor. Guard it fiercely. God is calling you to stay alert, trust his guidance, and walk boldly only in alignment with his purpose. The battles are real, but your victory is guaranteed when you navigate this season with clarity. The pace of life around you is accelerating, and events are unfolding faster than ever. Opportunities, breakthroughs, and divine interventions are arriving suddenly, and hesitation now could mean missing the moment God has prepared specifically for you. Change is often uncomfortable. What was familiar may feel unfamiliar, and what once worked may no longer serve you. Yet, this is precisely how God works. Disrupting stagnation to make space for extraordinary progress. Rapid transformation is a sign that you are entering a higher level of spiritual maturity, abundance, and destiny. Step forward boldly. Move with faith and courage. Recognize that the moment is fleeting, and your responsiveness will determine how fully you experience the blessings coming your way. Do not wait for permission or certainty. God's timing is now, and your destiny is unfolding at lightning speed. God is speaking directly to you. Chosen one, this is your confirmation. Stand ready, for your season of breakthrough is upon you. Every prayer, every sacrifice, every moment of waiting has led to this exact threshold. What comes next will define your life and your legacy. This is your invitation to step boldly into your spiritual authority, to embrace your awakening, and to walk fully in alignment with God's plan. Doors are opening, cycles are ending, and your purpose is being revealed with clarity. The blessings you prayed for are near, but they require action, readiness, and faith. Stand firm, chosen one. The spiritual forces are aligned in your favor. The unseen realm is working on your behalf, and the prophecy over your life is unfolding exactly as God declared. Rise with courage, walk in clarity, and step into the life he has ordained. This is your moment. Claim it. God's timing is perfect. The blessings you've been praying for, longing for, and waiting on were not held back out of neglect. They were held until you were spiritually, emotionally, and mentally ready to receive them. Every challenge, every season of waiting, and every trial has been preparing you to fully embrace the favor He is now releasing. These blessings are not ordinary. They are tailor-made for your destiny. They align with your purpose, your calling, and the divine plan God has for your life. What comes next will not just meet your expectations, it will surpass them. Imagine doors opening you never thought possible. Opportunities manifesting with speed and supernatural favor flooding your life because God's hand is upon you. You will notice a shift in how people treat you, in how circumstances align in your favor, and in how your prayers are answered. The spiritual realm is moving on your behalf. Angels are assigned, and God's power is releasing in ways that cannot be stopped. This is a reminder that patience is not in vain. It is preparation for the harvest you are about to enjoy. Stay alert, stay grateful, and stay ready to receive. Blessings often arrive in unexpected ways, sometimes quietly, sometimes dramatically, but God promises that everything He has prepared for you will come to pass. Open your heart fully to receive, for this is the moment your life begins to overflow with the favor you've longed for. The season of reward has arrived. All the sleepless nights, prayers, sacrifices, and tears are now converging to bring a level of breakthrough you may not be ready for, but God is. Prepare yourself for an overwhelming overflow of favor, provision, and divine opportunities. Expect the unexpected. Opportunities will appear suddenly. Resources will flow effortlessly, and doors that seemed permanently shut will swing wide open. People will recognize your value. Your prayers will manifest in ways you never imagined, and your life will begin to align perfectly with God's purpose. This reward season is not just about material blessings. It is about spiritual elevation, emotional healing, and divine alignment in every area of your life. Your mind, body, and soul will experience restoration, clarity, and empowerment unlike ever before. This is the manifestation of your faithfulness and God's unwavering commitment to your destiny. Do not allow fear or doubt to slow you down. Be ready to embrace the fullness of your reward season with gratitude and boldness. God is orchestrating everything with precision, and the overflow that arrives will serve as a testimony of His faithfulness and your obedience. God remembers every tear you have shed, every sleepless night, and every moment of disappointment. Nothing has gone unnoticed. The trials you endured were never wasted. They were investments into the strength, resilience, and faith that God is now ready to reward. Your repayment will be proportional to the pain you endured. What seemed like suffering will transform into testimonies of triumph. Every hardship becomes a stepping stone for your elevation, and every moment of sorrow is now giving birth to joy, peace, and supernatural abundance. You may have cried in silence, felt alone, or wondered if God saw your struggles, but He did. And now He is turning those moments into the very fuel for your success and breakthrough. The heavens are aligning to pour recompense into your life, and it will come in ways so powerful that it will silence every voice of doubt. Prepare to receive boldly. Accept the reward with humility and gratitude, knowing that this repayment is God's proof that He never abandoned you. Your faith, endurance, and perseverance have not only strengthened you, they have positioned you to receive the full measure of divine justice and blessing. Whatever was lost, stolen, or delayed is now returning, and not in the same measure, but multiplied. God's principle of divine compensation ensures that your patience, faith, and obedience will be rewarded abundantly. What seemed lost will now become a testimony of God's faithfulness. This is a season where debts, missed opportunities, and setbacks will be reversed. Relationships, finances, health, and favor, all that you once mourned, will come back in fullness. God is restoring everything with interest, blessing you far beyond what you imagined possible. Your heart will experience joy that eclipses the pain of the past. Each loss becomes evidence of God's ability to redeem, multiply, and transform your life. The same trials that brought despair now become the reason for your celebration, testimony, and spiritual authority. Receive this compensation with confidence. Celebrate every restoration. Trust in God's timing and understand that this is not merely recovery. It is a divine multiplication of what He had always promised. What you thought was gone forever is now arriving with supernatural abundance. The breakthrough you've been praying for, the one that kept you awake at night, the one that seemed impossible, is finally here. Every moment you felt like quitting was building the faith and resilience necessary to receive this divine miracle. God's promise is now manifesting in your life. Breakthroughs are never random. They follow seasons of preparation, trials, and alignment. You may have faced delays, setbacks, and frustrations, but these were not signs of failure. They were divine timing mechanisms ensuring that when the breakthrough arrived, it would be unstoppable. Expect sudden and dramatic shifts. Situations that seemed immovable will now yield. People who doubted you will be amazed at your rise. Opportunities that were once distant are now immediately accessible. This breakthrough is not just about change. It is about elevation into a new level of destiny and purpose. Embrace this moment with faith and gratitude. Don't hold back and don't doubt. God is rewarding your persistence, obedience, and unwavering belief. This breakthrough is proof that no prayer, no sacrifice, and no effort has ever gone unnoticed by God. Everything you waited for, everything you endured was a seed planted in faith. Your patience was the soil in which God's promises were growing. Now that harvest is exploding into your life with a force you may not have expected, but one you are fully prepared to receive. Your seeds of prayer, discipline, and trust are producing fruit beyond measure. What was once invisible is now manifesting in abundance. Relationships, opportunities, finances, and spiritual favor are all ripening simultaneously, creating a season of overwhelming blessing. You will see proof of God's faithfulness everywhere. What took years to nurture is now coming in moments. What was delayed is now accelerated. What was hidden is now revealed. This is God's reward for your endurance, your faith, and your unwavering commitment to His timing. Step into this harvest boldly. Receive it without hesitation or fear. The patience you displayed is now the platform for a season of exponential growth, restoration, and divine multiplication. Doors that seemed impossible to open are now swinging wide. Opportunities you never imagined are coming into your reach. God is breaking limitations, removing barriers, and positioning you for unprecedented favor. Closed doors were never meant to stop you. They were meant to redirect you and prepare you. Now the preparation has completed, and God is revealing paths that align perfectly with your purpose. What you once considered impossible is now inevitable. Expect divine encounters, new connections, and sudden breakthroughs. Opportunities will appear where you least expect them, and the timing will be flawless. God is orchestrating every detail to ensure your ascent is unstoppable and your destiny intact. Step forward boldly without hesitation. Walk through the doors. God is opening with confidence and faith. Your courage to move forward will determine the speed and fullness of the blessings you are about to experience. The favor and breakthrough arriving in your life will leave skeptics and adversaries speechless. Those who doubted, opposed, or underestimated you will witness the magnitude of God's power working on your behalf. But this is not just for the eyes of others. It is a divine opportunity to strengthen your faith. The magnitude of your blessings will confirm that God is faithful, that patience is rewarded, and that every struggle had a purpose. As your enemies watch in disbelief, your heart will be filled with gratitude, courage, and renewed conviction. You will see firsthand that divine intervention is real, unstoppable, and personal. Use this moment to solidify your faith. Recognize that God's favor is not contingent on human approval. It is guaranteed. What comes next will exceed your imagination and prove that his promises are always true. Every tear, every hardship, every sleepless night is now validated. The blessings you are about to receive are proof that your struggles were never in vain. They had divine purpose. God uses difficulty to cultivate strength, wisdom, and character. And now those qualities are manifesting as tangible rewards. Your past is not wasted. It is the foundation for your future. Each challenge shaped you, refined you, and positioned you for the victory you are now experiencing. The struggles were the preparation, and this reward is the manifestation. You will feel the depth of God's faithfulness as blessings arrive, confirming that your perseverance, obedience, and faith were worth every trial. This is a season where proof becomes reality, promises become tangible, and struggles become testimonies. Embrace the reward with gratitude and humility. Celebrate the journey, honor the process, and recognize that your life is now a living testimony that God's timing is perfect and his plan is unshakable. God has been working in the background, shaping, teaching, and refining you in secret. Now he is ready to elevate you publicly, showcasing the growth, maturity, and favor he cultivated privately. The skills, wisdom, and spiritual insight you gained in solitude are about to be displayed on a larger stage. People will notice the change. Opportunities will multiply and your influence will expand beyond what you imagined possible. This public elevation is not just recognition, it is a divine assignment. God is positioning you to impact lives, inspire faith, and demonstrate his power in ways that will leave lasting legacies. Step confidently into this new season. Embrace your public role, shine with humility, and let your life reflect the private work God has done in your heart. Your elevation is not just for you. It is for the glory of God and the fulfillment of his promises. The waiting, the frustration, and the delays are ending. God is shifting your life into a season of acceleration.